Grand Rising Israel. Grand Rising, welcome back. Hope y'all can hear me. I'm gonna let the truck run for a few seconds so I can gather up some cool air in there. I'm running kind of hot today, man. They did a job on me. Whew. I tell you, when people lie in this world, these people in control of we in this captivity, so we got to answer to these people that's in control of how we eat. And if you just only knew the lies I encounter with these people, they lie as if you don't hear the first lie they had told you, and they just automatically assume that you're not paying attention. And I'm like this, man. To make me look like a fool or be a fool, you have to be smarter than me. You're not just gonna be doing something and I'm just bowing my head. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, boss. I hear what you're saying, boss. So, I'm bringing y'all to the second part of what I just shared with y'all today. And one second, I gotta get this. Kind of neat freak. I be trying to move stuff around out of my way. I just pulled off the road. Like I say, I'm about to shower, eat, relax. But I had this on my mind. I want to show y'all a couple more things relating to this captivity. I said on the last video when I brought up Khalid Muhammad. I guess I have to turn that off for a hot second so y'all can hear me better. Khalid Muhammad. Like I say, it's just my opinion. I'll be seeing the things that the Most High be doing with His power. No matter what you do for us as a people, being lost, but when you got such a following, the Most High, I see it as His power of removing people. Like you look at Tupac, Malcolm X, King, all these people we revere, and even Khalid Muhammad. But when they got so much influence to mislead our people, and the information Khalid was sharing was telling people at one point of his life before when he was with the nation, is that he's following the belief of Ishmael, the Arabs, under Islam, a Muslim. Now don't get me wrong, the Quran is nothing but the Torah, the Old Testament. They wrote their gods in, Allah, etc. The same thing the heathens, the Gentiles, the Edomites done with the New Testament. The things of the New Testament are only valid if they can be supported by the original Testament. Hence, Jesus cannot be verified by the Old Testament. Even though some people try to say that, and the things they use for examples are things that don't mention Christ. They mentioned somebody of some kind of how you say it, some kind of greatness, and they try to say that they were speaking about Jesus. Never said his name or his attributes of him. I personally, and without a doubt, shadow of a doubt, identifying him. Now let me get back into this, showing this is Esau, showing you their greatness. Now this is the lady, just listen to this. And this is going into, like I said again, speaking on their pride. They're tearing down monuments across the country and everything, and That's the one I wanted to get. And they're making a mockery of us in our condition under the curses of Deuteronomy. You know, the Most High said in Deuteronomy that we would lose our identity as a people and know who we are because of the condition that we will be under from the abuse over generations. And he was sending us into captivity under a lesser nation, a foolish nation, to serve a lesser God our forefathers never known, via ship with irons and yoke upon our neck. And some other details in that of Deuteronomy 28. And like I was showing earlier, I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I'm a little hot, irritated that these people keep lying to me. They've been lying to me for 3 days pertaining to this load I'm moving right now. I'm on my way to Texas, and it's just I'm more baffled that they had the audacity to lie to me for 3 days. And it's like, I ain't surprised. This is expected of them, but the nerve, they seen that I was irritated the first day, because I don't bite my tongue. The second day I expressed it, not only to my dispatch, but to the planners. Oh, well, okay, we'll get with your manager, and I'm sure everything will be fine tomorrow. Today, the lie got extended to where it's 5 o'clock. 5 p.m. Now, they ain't answering the phones after I picked up the load. Man, anyway, I was showing earlier, these people, boy. If you get a magnifying glass, and as I showed this on my last introduction or presentation, showing you how they had the image of the black man hanging right there. And that's the long rope extended from the top. And this is, it says the White House. And so I was talking to somebody that's always love the Edomite, and they were saying, I think you're reading too much into them. Them just look like bushes. Now, if you look closer, these are supposed to be folks gathering, watching a lynching, right? Now, this got my attention as they grasping for excuses to excuse and understand, or, nah, they can't be doing stuff like that, okay? When have you ever known the White House or any place with manicured lawns and such, bushes and all, to not have manicured bushes? Do those bushes look even? Get a close-up on that. See that little man right there? Let me see. Bring the pen to the, where I'm at. Where am I at? The pen is right there. Come down. Okay. That's the image of the man. And if you can look real close, that's the rope. That's the man. This is the crowd. But they say them bushes, unmanicured. A lot of people do a lot of stuff to try to save Esau. And seeing how magnified their evil is. And like I said, I ain't telling nobody to hate nobody. And this is even for the Gentiles, white people who are witnessing this stuff and everything. Y'all have had enough time. Y'all have had time to come together collectively to correct your people and the things that you see as a group, you know. And like I said, the Most High, He gonna deal with them as a nation, individuals, as far as your heart. He's gonna find favor for and grant mercy. So you don't have to worry. If the shoe don't fit, don't get in line, you know. But if you feeling a certain way about it, please thumb down on the video. Attach your soul to this understanding, because he's collecting. He's taking names for resumes that you filling out. Look, more of these attributes and understanding. Look at this.
really don't care.
Okay.
Because you don't belong in this development.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your name?
I'm not telling you.
I live here.
Okay, where do you live?
Why would we tell you any of this?
Where do you live?
I'm telling you.
Where do you live?
I'm telling you.
Okay, not a problem. I'm going to call the gate and have you all arrested.
You're not
Okay.
You do not deserve to be in here.
Okay.
What did we even do wrong?
I have to wait for that for 5 minutes while they're screwing around on the road.
No.
Oh, we're backing up for you.
Moving for you.
And
You say you're gonna hit us. You have a problem? Because I can get my grandfather.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit us with the
Bring
car?
him out right now. Bring him out right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is because you're driving illegally.
Okay, but you're coming out 15-year-olds.
Saying you're gonna hit us with the car.
Because you're 15 years old, you could marry in Mississippi or Alabama.
This is not Mississippi or Alabama. This is
It's
Florida.
Florida.
Okay.
Sure.
So you're gonna hit us with the car.
Don't stick your hand out. Did you threaten the child?
I did not.
I have it on video.
You just said you're gonna hit
I
us with
have
the
it on
car.
video.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. We have it on video.
Go
I
inside.
did
Let
not.
me see the video.
Esau is not going to fare too well. He's not going to fare too well with his punishment. You know, we've endured. And as the scriptures say, I'm going to get some of these scriptures. The Most High said, our reward for enduring our generation through this punishment, we can't even imagine. Because we have endured. We have endured. And I don't see them faring too well handling their punishment. But there's a scripture, and I don't know how much validation there is to this. I don't know if this is from the New Testament, but I remember this when I first came into this truth, finding out about who we are and who they are. I remember a scripture detailing, talking about he's going to have death flee them. Because you know, Edomites, white folks, when the pressure gets on, when they lose their financial status, their home, their property or something, they jump out of windows and put guns in their mouths. And I distinctly remember that scripture detailing, he said he's going to have death flee them. Meaning you're going to jump out of a window and survive. And have to keep enduring and taking more and more punishment because of who you are and what you got coming back to you as a punishment. Now, I don't know how much truth it is to that. Like I said, I don't know what testament that came from. But it was see-fitting for your character of what you've done as a people and what you excused and kept repeatedly doing with your perpetual hatred. Here's another one. I mean, this is all the stuff that's just coming through my feed in the last 48 hours of new works of Esau.
Understand what happened?
Can you explain to me calmly?
No, because you're attacking me right now.
I'm not attacking you. Ma'am, you flicked me off.
You're ready to take it.
Guys, this is her license plate number. She lives here. This is her address.
This is not true. No.
Karen, you flipped me off. You cut me off and flipped me off, and now you're playing the victim.
Calm down.
Ma'am, would you like to calm down?
No, you're attacking me right now without even
Guys, she flipped me off. She literally flipped me off, and then she tried to come home. She's Karen. Karen, would you like to calm down and have a conversation? Why you?
You're attacking me right now.
Am I attacking her?
You're gonna fall.
Ma'am, I'm not attacking you. You flipped me off, and you thought you could get away with it. You didn't think I would find you.
No. I will talk to you if you will stop.
She can apologize for calling me a nigger and flipping me off. I'm trying to talk to you. My name is Carlos. Would you like to speak to me? This is what we get. Ma'am, why are you sitting here crying? What have I done to you? Ma'am, what have I done to you? So you can go around the city and flip people off and cut me off. So you didn't flip me off. Ma'am, I'm trying to let you talk. Do you know her? She literally flipped me off. She cut me off. I have it on camera. She flipped me off 3 blocks away, and then she slammed on her brakes. I have it on my Instagram. And then I got on my car. I was like, ma'am, why are you following me? She literally followed me. So then I followed her back home. And I said, ma'am, why are you being harassing me? Ma'am, listen to about what? Can I speak to you?
And you know, the thing about it is that would be embarrassing to somebody with a spirit and a soul. You know, they got so much pride. They'll go another round at it. What the hell am I calling that? They'll go another round at it. You know, to do some more shenanigans. You go online and see something that happened, you know, in the community, news, breaking news or something like that, and here they come in the comment box, you know. And here's another one. Now, I saw this one. I thought this was something like that CBS show when they was like, what is it called? What Would You Do? You know, I thought this was an episode of this, but this really happened. Now, look at this one.
Explained it to you.
Okay, tell it to me again. You telling me we cannot eat here?
So unfortunately, we do have a dress code. If you have some non-athletic shorts.
But that white kid out there can't eat here with his tennis shoes on and his athletic shirt.
So we allow tennis shoes, but not athletic shorts and t-shirts.
He has on you telling me that's not an athletic shirt? Not that one, but you telling me that little boy who just ate here does not have on an athletic shirt.
I'm sorry. I would love for you to be able to come back and eat here.
So you telling me my son can't eat here because he has on athletic stuff?
No, just the shorts. It is part of our dress code. We try to.
So it's only his shorts? Only the shorts can't be athletic?
The shorts and the t-shirt, yes.
But the little boy has on an athletic. The little white kid that just sat out there has on an athletic tennis shoes and an athletic shirt.
I understand that you're upset. If there's
No, it's not that I'm upset. The little boy out there had on athletic. You telling me it's no athletic wear? The little boy out there had on athletic tennis shoes and an athletic shirt. So why does he get to wear athletic wear and my son can't?
Again, I would love for you to be able to come back. Do you live close enough for your son to train?
No, I don't. I just want to know why it's different for my son.
I understand how you feel.
I don't want you to sympathize with me. I just want you to tell me why it's different for my son. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just asking you why it's different for my son.
I understand.
And that little kid that was out there with athletic tennis shoes and...
The t-shirt that the little kid was wearing, we don't consider that to be athletic t-shirt.
Why?
Honestly, I did not get a good look, but it looked like a regular t-shirt.
I have a video. Do you want to see it?
If you'd like to show it to me, I'm happy to look, but I do have this.
I mean, this, like I say, this is the stuff that comes with excuses, man. They got a bag of excuses for all this behavior. And let me go into this. I want to read that scripture on that perpetual hatred if I can find it. I mean, this stuff is just that's what I love about witnessing the power of the Most High, that we actually witnessing this stuff. So this is testimony, and then to see that it's written and it explains everything. Jesus, Yahweh Shai, is a God that they created in the New Testament, and his power has nothing to do with, no matter what they wrote, there's no proof of Jesus or Yahweh Shai's power. We're living proof of the Most High, God I Am power. He said he would do this to us as a punishment for a few generations in the scriptures of Deuteronomy 28. So that's proof. You know, the parting of the Red Sea, when he had our people flee out of Egypt. If you Google or YouTube the video footage of chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea, you can see the power of the Most High. There's chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea. So for, like I say, the Edomites that want to be on here mocking God and say, you know, God ain't real, even if you want to say that. The book of Obadiah, I'm going to play that again too. I want that to sink in. If you think his power ain't real, we live in testaments of it. So you up next with Obadiah. So you can doubt all you want, you know, because I look at all these little videos I'm seeing and the behavior of these evil people. I'm looking at y'all like bags of coal, you know, for the fire. When they making comments and stuff and disrespecting on posts, I tell them, man, gather the kids around. Bring the kids in here and let them laugh too. Let them type in a couple of letters and sentences and paragraphs in the mockery. You know, send the whole family up in flames. Because y'all, those type of people don't know when to stop. Okay, I'm gonna just go in. I'm gonna read just random scriptures that I got marked in my book, just to see, so you can see the relevancy of people. And hopefully I'll stumble upon that one about the perpetual hatred, because I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't know my book like that. You know, I know things of Deuteronomy, Isaiah recently, because I'm seeing the power of the Most High and understanding his words, that he is the only creator. I know where to go find certain things. So as I'm opening my book, I'm looking at the marks and I got stuff highlighted. So here you go. This is 2 Kings 17 and 7. For so it was, the children of Israel had sinned against their Lord, against the Lord their God, which had brought them up out of the lands of Egypt, from under the hand of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and had feared other gods, and walked in the statutes of the heathens, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel, and the king of Israel which they had made. That's when he split the Red Sea. And then 2 Kings 17 and 17, and talking about what we had did, our people. And it's the same thing when you teaching your children these pagan holidays, celebrating them, that are not Bibles of celebration of holy days in the Bible. You're celebrating things of this world. They're attached to another god, a deity. It's pagan, and the Most High frowns upon it. And you're setting yourself in the crosshairs for them curses of Deuteronomy. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire, and used divination and enchantments, and sold themselves to the devil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel, and removed them from his sight. There was none left in the land but Judah only. Judah only. That's when he sent the northern tribe, the latter nations, to Americas. That's when the pyramids were built over in the South America, in Mexico. The largest and oldest pyramids are in Mexico. That's when he sent them off. As he said, there was none left in the land but Judah only. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Levites are the priesthood. They consider like a family, if you want to say. That's why it's 12 tribes. The 10 tribes got sent off. Benjamin and Judah were behind with the priesthood of Levi. Also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord thy God, but walked in the statutes of Israel which they made the same mistake. And the Lord rejected all the seeds of Israel, and afflicted them, and delivered them into the hands of the spoilers, and cast them out of his sight. That's when he sent us into slavery. The southern tribes, the Negroes, the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the darker tribes. Like I said, he sent the northern tribes off. He destroyed the northern tribes, Gab being the native Indians. When he gave them this land, they came over here and kept doing things. They were praying to sun gods, rain gods, sun gods, bird gods, every God you could think of. You know, he sent Esau to destroy him. He sent the Spaniards to destroy the Mexicans. You know, that's how they all got mixed like that, the northern kingdoms and such. This is proof of the Most High's power. We're living testaments to all of the people, and you can find out in the book of Numbers about all the 12 tribes where they were scattered about, because the Most High said he had scattered us to all four corners of the earth. You know, and this is Psalms. This is Psalms. I always see people going to Psalms 81. Won't you jump down to Psalms 83? Check this out. 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head, and they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, which means a nationality, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and Ishmael, and Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. That tells you all the nationalities, nations of people that conspired against us and our ignorance. And you can see it as what's going on with these riots going on. These communities that's being burnt down, or these businesses, let's say, in the urban neighborhoods. These are Ishmael, Amalek, Asian people that come into our neighborhoods and have a financial security off of our communities, but yet they don't live in our communities. They've consulted because they know who we are and that we are under curses, and we don't know who we are. So they, you know, when you walking around, you don't have no fringes on, showing your pride that you woke, you get it, the Most High, you know your God, you know who you are. You weren't walking around wearing regular clothing. You looking just like the average Negro out here, Hispanic, whatever, Puerto Rican, child of Israel, lost, confused, under the curses. That's how they look at you. And they know that's their money. You ain't nobody going in their stores coming in with fringes on, you know. Not saying that we don't wear regular clothes, you know what I'm saying, but before we purchase them and put the, you know, the fringes on them and everything, but they see our people in gatherings and just know we lost. Read just a couple more, y'all. Like I said, I got to get a shower. I'm kind of hot. That was Psalms 83. I'm kind of hot with the lies, man. I wanted to get that one. I guess I was gonna do, yeah, I can do Obadiah one more time. I can do Obadiah one more time. Yeah, let's do that. I don't like doing long videos, but they've been getting long because condition and what's going on currently in this world, man. I'm getting so much material to work with. It's you know, it's just falling in my lap. I'm not, like I say, I'm not a hateful person. I am calling people out. I don't hold my tongue, man. Like I said, I'm not an agitator. I don't like problems. But like I say, when it comes before me, like what I'm got going on business-wise, currently, you know, I don't lie to nobody. I don't appreciate being lied to. You know, tell me straight up that you can't do what we had set forward and planned for, and we can move from there. Don't keep telling me a lie to get me to keep doing something that you want done, instead of just asking me and have me give me the option to say yes or no. Instead, you're gonna make me do something by lying. That's unacceptable, man. Like I say, I'm not an agitator. I don't start no problems with nobody, man. You know, and I treat people like I want to be treated. And then when I'm only 5'7", man, 165 pounds, and I'm a quiet dude, you know. And people, when they see me lose it a little bit verbally, you know, they be looking like, man, where did that come from? Like, because you took my kindness for weakness. I ain't never, you know, and it's almost like I can't be that kind of person, man, to just lie to people, you know. And I'm not gonna do what you do. I'm gonna stay who I am. This is Obadiah for y'all.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. and they of the south.
And that's key right there. When it says, when scripture says, thus say the Lord, that's how you know it's valid. Anything else, like I said, attached to this Jesus, and it ain't sealed with thus said the Lord, you can pretty much put all the doubt up in you as you need to right there. Water in here. Keep access to water. So we all gotta get this AC back up in here cranking and talk a little louder. Nevertheless, like I said, we as a people, we gotta wake up out of this stupid as a people, you know. The Most High destroyed the earth 2 different times. There was very few people left. So, like I said in the other video, it's understanding that some people just ain't gonna get it. They're gonna just stay cleaving to this world and hope and pray and accept the Lord Jesus Christ as their Savior. Not all of us is gonna make it. And that brings me to the understanding too. I had a conversation with somebody, I ain't gonna say because they're probably watching this, but they were getting into a conflict with somebody else about this LBGT HPO gathering, and because they were defending the LGTO community, and the other person was saying, look, you're not going to be talking about Black Lives Matter and like saying that they equal in their struggle, that they both being discriminated against. So I was having a conversation with this person about it because they were like, why is this person attacking you? And both those gatherings, you know, they both have struggles. And I said, well, the thing is, a homosexual, you could put a gun to their head and they could change their sexual orientation and their whole understanding and their cause. We born with this condition of a skin and the environment we got to deal with under these curses. You know, they didn't get all that part. Nevertheless, we can't change our skin, you know, as far as what we're dealing with in this world. They can change their orientation, what they dealing with, what they choosing to do. I said, so that ain't your fight, because just you know, well, I got gay friends and everything. I said, well, yeah, you know, I said, the thing is, when the Most High come and knock on that door with that warrant, kicking that door, that whole house, you know, he ain't caring if you just there making the Kool-Aid and the brownies, you know, and you're not a homosexual. You're in that party. You're there for that gathering. You're part of that. So just stay out that party, you know. They didn't want to hear that, you know. I said, okay, I'm just trying to keep it light. I try to leave everything as simple for understanding as possible. I said, do you know what that flag represents? That rainbow flag? He said, no. I said, Most High, when he flooded the earth, Noah let him know that that was real scary. He's like, man, he's never seen nothing like that. That was the scariest experience of his life. And I could imagine, because I was in a Hurricane Ike when I first moved to Houston. And that lasted for like 11 hours, that hurricane. It was violent, man. I thought the roof was going to come off my house. I didn't want to get out the room. I didn't want to come out the room. I'm like, man, that was, so imagine what Noah was saying, expressing to God, the Most High. So God said to Moses, or to Noah, as a covenant and a promise, I won't destroy the earth again in that manner. My promise to you is he created the rainbow. So when you see a rainbow, that's his reminder as a covenant that he said to our people that he won't ever destroy the earth again with that type of violence. Homosexuals made that rainbow into a flag as a way of mocking God to say, nah, 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 you won't flood the earth again. Look what we doing. But they ain't understanding. He still got fire. You know, maybe y'all homosexuals need to look at Obadiah and start looking in that book and see if he got something for y'all. Because y'all playing a dangerous game. So this is basically what I was telling my cousin. Don't sign up for that party. Don't stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. With that, I'm gonna get back to what I gotta do. And I just wanted to share that. Like I said, this stuff is coming into the feed, man. We at the end times. I mean, this is too much stuff. And I'm on Facebook, but I'm about to get off of there in a minute just to set my Instagram up. My daughter's doing it for me. But I've seen people post up, but nobody coming on my page, posting anything, commenting. It's like everybody hibernating. You know, I don't know what they scared of. I don't attack nobody. I share information on vehicles, food, friendly boily stuff, you know. But ain't nobody my friend lately. Anyway, with that said, y'all enjoy your evening. I'm gonna calm down, give me a shower. Oh, I did stop in Indianapolis, so like I said, I got food. You know what I'm saying? Look what I got. Y'all don't know about that. I got Harold's Chicken. That's Chicago. That's in Chicago. You ain't had no Harold's Chicken, man. Let me tell you. Y'all missing out. Love y'all, Israel. Stay tuned. Stay focused. All praise to the Most High. I am. Shalom. Peace, phone. Got a good grip.